Ever feel like you're running a top secret spy operation instead of a role playing game? Keeping the surprises from your players is hard. You spend weeks, maybe months, crafting this intricate, mind blowing plot twist, only for one player to randomly blurt out, "Wait, what if the king has been dead this whole time, and the real villain is a shape shifting body double?" And they're right. They're completely 100% right. And now you have to sit there sweating, pretending they didn't just unravel 6 months of storytelling like it's an episode of Scooby Doo. If it wasn't for those darn kids. But fear not, because today we're diving into how to keep your biggest twist under wraps without losing your mind in the process. Let's roll for deception. Keeping secrets from your players is like trying to sneak past a sleeping dragon. Sooner or later, someone's going to roll a nat 1 and suddenly everything's on fire. No matter how carefully you plan, players have an uncanny ability to ask the exact right question at the worst possible time. And when they do, it takes every ounce of willpower not to panic. One of the biggest challenges we face is that you know everything, but they know nothing. And balancing that gap is tricky. You're walking a tightrope between giving just enough information to keep them engaged without tipping your hand. Drop too many hints and they'll unravel your mystery before you're ready. Give them too little and they'll either lose interest or latch onto irrelevant details. So, how do we balance giving them enough to stay engaged without spoiling the surprise? Let's talk about the art of foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is like leaving breadcrumbs, but not a straight line of them leading directly to your secret. Think scattered crumbs spread just far enough apart that players won't fully piece them together until you want them to. For example, if the villain has been hiding in plain sight the whole time, don't just throw in a scene where they obviously seem suspicious. Instead, maybe they always show up after the crime has been committed. Maybe they're too helpful. Maybe an old book mentions an ancient trickster figure with an oddly familiar characteristic. The key is to making clues that mean something, but only in hindsight. When the secret is revealed, your players should look back and say, "Oh, it was there the whole time." And not, "Wait, how are we even supposed to guess that?" If you really want to keep your players guessing, don't just foreshadow the real secret. Plant fake secrets too. Use misdirection like a magician with a sleight of hand magic trick. Let's say the town mayor is actually a werewolf. If you just drop subtle clues, strange wounds, a nervous demeanor, a missing townsperson every full moon, your players will pick up on it pretty fast. But if you also introduce other weird stuff, maybe there's a second suspect acting suspicious, or the local apothecary is covering for someone, your players won't be sure which thread to follow. By the time they figure it out, it's too late. The mayor is mid transformation, and now they have bigger problems. Misdirection isn't about lying to your players, it's about making the world feel real by ensuring not everything revolves around your big twist. Players love to theorize. Give them a single locked door, a mysterious note, or an NPC who hesitates for half a second, and suddenly you've got an elaborate conspiracy board covered in red string. It's exciting, it's chaotic, and sometimes it's a nightmare when their wild guesses start sounding a little too accurate. So, what do you do when your players stumble upon the big secret before you're ready for the reveal? Do you panic? Do you fake a TPK? Change the entire campaign on the spot? No. Just stay cool. Here's how to handle it. First, don't confirm or deny anything outright. If a player makes a guess, meet them with the same energy a cryptic wizard gives when asked for a straight answer. Interesting theory. Or, that would certainly explain a lot, wouldn't it? Let them second guess themselves instead of getting a hard yes or no. Second, remember that guessing is not knowing. Just because they say, "I bet the queen is actually a dragon in disguise," doesn't mean they believe it. Players throw out ideas constantly, sometimes joking, sometimes serious, but unless they start acting on it in game, it's just background noise. If they start adjusting their entire strategy around the theory, then you might need to step in and use their theories to your advantage. If they've guessed the twist way ahead of schedule, you have two options. You can either stick to your plan and trust that even if they suspect the truth, the how and the why will still surprise them, or you can adapt and evolve the twist into something even bigger. Maybe the queen is a dragon, but she's not the villain. She's running from something worse. Now their correct guess is just the beginning of a deeper mystery. And finally, don't take it personally. If your players figure things out early, it's not a failure. It means they're engaged, invested, and paying attention. That's a good thing. The trick is keeping them just uncertain enough that they will still want to see how it all plays out. Hey, I just want to take a moment to thank you for watching. I have a lot more GM tricks to share, so please help me grow the channel by hitting like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Now, for something completely different. There's nothing worse than meticulously crafting an intricate, mind-blowing secret for your campaign, only to accidentally blurt it out because you forgot that players weren't supposed to know that yet. Keeping secrets from your players is hard enough. Keeping them from yourself, that's an entirely different challenge. First things first, your notes need structure. If your current system involves a dozen half-written notebooks, random sticky notes, and a Google Doc titled Campaign Notes Final, actually final, yes, this one, seriously, well, it's time for an upgrade. Try color coding or tagging your secrets so you don't accidentally drop spoilers mid-session. Something like secret or not revealed yet can be a lifesaver when you're flipping through notes in the heat of the moment. If you use a digital tool like Notion or OneNote or Obsidian, consider keeping secrets in a separate section or even hiding them behind collapsible text. Because let's be honest, future you is definitely going to forget what was supposed to be a surprise. And that segues nicely into you should write your notes as if they were meant for future you or for someone else to run your campaign. Keep things clear, structured, and free of shorthand that only makes sense to you at 2 a.m. If you stumble upon the phrase, Bishop is the knife, but not the fork, 6 months later and have no idea what that means, congratulations. You've just spoiled yourself and lost a key plot point. Lastly, keep a running list of what the players already know versus what's still hidden. This can help you avoid awkward moments like dramatically revealing a villain's secret only for your players to remind you that you already told them this 3 sessions ago. Keep it in one place. Check it before each session and give your future self the gift of not ruining your own surprises. Revealing a big secret in your campaign is like delivering the perfect punchline. You want to land it at just the right moment for maximum impact. Drop it too early and it fizzles out before it has weight. Wait too long and your players either lose interest or figure it out on their own, stealing the dramatic thunder you've carefully been hoarding. The trick is finding the sweet spot. That moment when the players are invested, the stakes are high, and the reveal feels earned. One of the best ways to gauge timing is by watching your players. Are they actively searching for answers? Or are they frustrated by not knowing? Are they still enjoying the mystery? If they're asking questions and piecing things together, you're close. But if they're about to break into wild, unfounded conspiracy theories, it might be time to guide them back toward the real answer before things go completely off the rails. Another great moment for a reveal when it changes everything. The best secrets don't just answer question, they redefine the story. Maybe they trusted a mentor that was a villain all along, or the artifact they've been searching for is actually cursed. The more a secret shifts the player's understanding of the world, the more satisfying the payoff. And finally, don't be afraid to let your players have a hand in it. Sometimes the best moments to drop a secret is when they make the connection on their own. If a player suddenly stops mid-sentence, eyes wide, and says, "Wait, that means?" Let them finish. That moment of realization, that's gold. That's a moment that your players will never forget. Keeping secrets in a role-playing game is part art, part patience, and part resisting the urge to grin like a supervillain every time your players get so close but still don't quite get it. If you foreshadow wisely, use misdirection, manage player theories, and keep your notes organized, you'll be able to pull off twists that leave your players reeling in the best way possible. Have you ever pulled off a killer secret in your game or had one go horribly wrong? Drop your best and worst secret keeping stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell because I have so many more DM tricks up my sleeves. Until next time, may all your rolls be nat 20s. For deception. That's so dumb.